Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is part two of the video of fixing the non-repairable transmission for my top-load washing machine. It's a Maytag. Whirlpool has them, a couple other brands. So I got my new bearings pressed in the top and bottom plate. I went ahead and cleaned all my gears out, dumped the old gear oil out, cleaned all the nasty stuff off. I tried to use simple green. I didn't want to use any chemicals on it because I didn't want to make the plastic brittle. So once I got it so clean, I went ahead and put some grease on this spindle and put the gears on, and then I set it in there, and then I filled it with my gear oil, which is just 80-90 weight that I had left over from doing a Volkswagen transmission, and I got it filled to the top of the ring line, which is right in here. I filled the top of the gears up because what happens is when you fill it and it goes to spin, it pushes the fluid up and around. So you want to make sure you get some in those gears and top those off to get your level right. Here are the bearings, Timken bearings. This is the part number for the 2-pack on Amazon, but this is the actual part number I looked up to find them, the 6006 2RS. And then I had a list of bearings to choose from multiple different manufacturers, but I went with Timken because I've used a lot of Timken bearings and never had an issue. So those were the ones I picked. This is the grease I chose to use, and this is the part number on Amazon again that is listed for this grease, but here's what it says. It's a silicone grease. It's good for O-rings, gaskets, valves, bearings, scuba gear. It's sealing, lubricating, chemical stability. So, and it's got a good temp range from -40 up to 500 degrees. So I went ahead and went with that. Here's my splutch kit. Again, there's the part number. There's the sticker from the seller on Amazon. The only other thing I did was I went ahead and lubed this bushing here. I cleaned this flange real good to make sure that the old silicone was off. And the only other thing I did was I put this hole here. So when I put the screws back in the transmission to screw it back together, I can stick a tool through here and tighten it from the top, and it makes it a little easier. That way I'm not trying to fish a wrench around. I got my shaft pressed into the right height. I went ahead and the welds, the spot weld rivets that I drilled out, I didn't completely drill them out, just enough to where it separated the two plates. So I went ahead and I tapped this lower part with a 6x1.0 tap, and I'm going to add screws and nylock nuts to keep that together. And other than that, I lubed up the shaft and started to put it back together. So next video will probably be the washer running, and it'll just be a quick video to show you what it sounds like. This is the silicone I'm using. It's just ultra gray gasket maker. Again, the gear oil, the silicone, auto parts store. Nothing special. I did go ahead and clean this flange really good, and I used rubbing alcohol and a cotton swab to clean it, so it'll be good and clean for the silicone to stick to. I went ahead and I lubed this seal up before I put everything together, before I pressed the shaft in. I went ahead and lubed this top seal up and tried to pack the groove inside there with as much grease as I could get in there, and lube that top bushing, which is where this shaft rides. So other than that, it's going back together. These gears didn't get super clean, but again, they're plastic, so I just tried to take off enough graphite and dirt and crap that was from the dirty gear oil. And yeah, we're going back together. When you go to press this piece or knock it back into the bottom bearing, make sure to put this wheel back on, because I forgot to put this wheel back on, and as I was going over my parts, I realized that I had messed up. So it wasn't a big deal, but I just had to knock this piece back out and then put that piece on and then push it back in. No big deal, super easy. I've been taking my time because I don't want to mess this up, and I want to make sure I get a decent video for you guys. So if anybody attempts this themselves, you can do it. Again, my gears looked fine, this case looked fine, the seals look fine, so I'm just replacing the bearings, which is what went bad, and it caused enough wobble to make this seal start dripping down and into here and causing a bunch of rust colored staining going on. So I got new bearings now, and I'm putting it back together. So like I said, the next video should be back together and you can hear for yourself it working. Thank you. Hope you like this. If you like this, please subscribe, give it a thumbs up. I appreciate it very much. And I'm going to have a bunch more videos. I'm getting ready to build a Volkswagen motor, air-cooled one. So I'm going to put some prep techniques out to kind of walk people through what they should do, what they should look for before they go ahead and assemble a motor. Anyways, have a good day, and like I said, next video should be the washer running so you could see for yourself. Alright? Thank you. Have a good day.